Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering. Off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler video series videos I've been doing for a little while. I'll go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I had an extra long day at work, and boy, oh boy, do I deserve a treat. Well, we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means I was on my way home from work. I found some shit to review for you. And that's absolutely the case, as I just mentioned. I had an extra long day at work. They asked us to pull some extra hours. Make money, money, as it were. So, yeah. I knew when I got off of work, I wanted to go over there and treat myself to something, because I was just, man, I'm still, I need something to uplift my spirits, dang it. But, where did I go? What did I get with the hopes of uplifting my spirits? Well, folks, I went out to a pretty familiar place called Boom! Dunkin' Donuts. / Baskin Robbins, what have you. And this is their new Lava Colada. What is a Lava Colada? Well, according to Google's AI interpretation of it, it is a Pina Colada tasting mixture with elements of strawberry that make an intriguing and delicious mocktail. That's what it said, more or less. So yeah, I guess it's Pina Colada with strawberry in it. Shoo-ba-doo. I reviewed plenty of stuff from Dunkin', so much stuff that I have an entire playlist called Dunkin' Sampler Platter Reviews. That's where this review is going to end up, and if you're interested in my opinion on Dunkin' stuff from the last 5 years or so, that's the playlist for you. So let's get a thing for the thing. I think we'll go with that. We'll just kind of go, ha 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 ha! Let's try out a thing. I'm not a big Pina Colada guy, though. I like the Pina part, but I don't like the Colada part. But, ooh. Oh, okay. Yeah, that coconut hits. Not in a way that's my favorite thing in the world, but I will say this, it's very distinctly coconut. And it's kind of interesting in that, like, it manages to both have, like, sort of a slight coconut milk taste, but then also kind of like a dried coconut taste. Like, there's definitely multiple layers of coconut going on there. Okay. There's a little pineapple. It's kind of hard because it's fighting, sort of against the strawberry. Because, like, I mean, obviously you're getting, like, it's like sort of swirls of strawberry. So not every gulp is, the same level of mixture. The first one was a much stronger strawberry. And the strawberry itself is very sweet. Like, it's very much like like a syrupy kind of sweetness to it. Very sweet. And then it was, after that, it was really just the coconut. The second hit, the pineapple came through more. Because I got less strawberry. So I was able to get more of that kind of tropical vibe. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of a little bit here or there on this combination because, I mean, for me, I will, in any situation, I mean, if you watch the channel, I'm a proud pineapple slut. I always want the pineapple to be the strongest element of all of this. And in this case, I don't feel like the strawberry, like, I'm not going to say strawberry and pineapple don't work together on some level, but the thing is, they're both doing similar things, The strawberry, they're both kind of sweet, they both have a tart aspect to them. The pineapple, it's more, again, it's got that tropical vibe, it's a little bit more acidic, but in this mixture, they're almost interchangeable, so, yeah, it almost goes between being like a pina colada and like a strawberry daiquiri kind of vibe, so, But it's not bad. Depends in part on how much you like coconut, which again, for me, it's not my favorite thing. But in an instance like this, I can kind of go with it. Because if there's one nice thing to having that extra strawberry element, it's that it's helping somewhat to mitigate that, like, kind of earthy, coconutty vibe. Because, I mean, that's the thing. That's why Pina Colada, if you like Pina Colada, works. Because, the pineapple aspect of it has, again, it's tropical, it's acidic, it has that going for it. Whereas coconut, it's a little bit more neutral, a little bit more earthy, but it's a very distinct flavor. So you get nice contrast going. In this, the strawberry element kind of acts as an added contrast, but not in a different way. It's not being split into thirds. It's just sharing the spot that the pineapple does. So, yeah. I don't know that it really adds anything. Like, I feel like you could have just had a coconut version of this with strawberry and it would have been fine, or you could have just done a pina colada and it would have been fine. I don't know that the strawberry is really helping or hurting it. It's, again, because it's filling a similar spot. And for me, it's filling the spot of pineapple, and that's just not something you do. I just don't like it. But the drink itself, I don't mind. I mean, it's a nice tropical tasting beverage. Even if the coconut aspect isn't my favorite part of it, it's within a tolerable level for me. I can get along with this well enough. It's, again, not my favorite thing in the world, but not terrible by any stretch of the imagination. It's not even bad. It's pretty good overall. Yeah, okay. 3 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Has it uplifted my mood? Maybe on occasion, sure, and a little bit. I think for me personally, I mean, coming into it, I knew it was going to be a bit of an uphill battle because, again, I'm not a big pina colada guy. But I always like to, give stuff a fair crack, and I think that I gave this a fair crack because at the end of the day, like, I'm not even really harping on the coconut aspect too much. Really my biggest, I guess, grievance, if you want to call it that, is, again, I don't know that the addition of the strawberry helped anything. I don't really, when you add in flavors, you're hoping to go over there and create something that's better than the sum of its parts. In this case, all it really did was kind of take away from what the pineapple had to offer, so, yeah, not my favorite part of it. But as just a drink itself, it's not bad at all. And while I would definitely go with any number of Dunkin's other beverages before I went back to this one, I could see myself maybe getting this again on occasion. Maybe. I probably would do their Mango Nada, which, by the way, I reviewed years ago. That was like one of the first reviews I did where it actually gained a lot of traction. I got like 800 views on it or some shit at a time when I was getting like 2 views per video. So I was like, yay! Hell, I'd still be happy with 800 views. Come on, folks, let's get me more views. But if I were recommending it, even though, again, it doesn't exactly fit to my personal palate, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. I think it's a nice beverage, and it's something that I could see other people enjoying. It is a sweet beverage, so if you're not looking for kind of a dessert drink, but the only thing I would say is if you're like me and you are a pineapple slut and you're, looking for that pineapple aspect to be a prominent feature, I just don't feel like it's, But it's not a bad thing, and if you like pina coladas, sure. And like I said, to a certain extent, it's uplifted my mood. It's, hasn't exactly elevated it up into the stratosphere or anything, but we're doing all right. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, over there, have yourselves a truly pina colada-tastic rest of your life. Because even if I don't really like them all that much, lots of people do. So, Final two things. Number one, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what's your take on pina coladas? Are they your jam? Are they, are you like me? I would say, maybe, you're one way or the other on it. If you don't like the pineapple part of it, you could feel free to just not talk to me. That's fine. I don't get the feel like we're on similar wavelengths. But no, seriously, let me know. Hit me up in the comments about it, because like I said, part of me wants to like it. The part of me that loves pineapple, but just coconut, man. Anyway,